Welcome, everyone, to our prayer journey daily devotion with Mike Todd. Today, we're picking up again in Psalm 119 and verses 5 through 8. You know, the law is of the greatest importance. I could never understand when you read Psalms when I was younger why they praise the law so much. What is so good about the law? I mean, Jesus is what I'm talking about. And they always talk about how good the law is. And as you get older, you start to realize how good the law really is. All of the law is based basically off of the Bible, and it grew from that. And I don't care what anybody else says, but that was basically the law that God laid out back in Moses' day. And everything is built upon that. I took some paralegal. I was a paralegal for a while. And in seeing that, you could see it build to where it is today. In the law, you need justice. You need law and you need order. You need the law and you need the enforcement of that law. And when you don't have that, there is disorder. When one group of people can break the law, but the other group of people cannot break the law, that is a big problem. A big problem. And until that's corrected, there'll never be peace. You know, I'm very good at taking a step back when people do stuff that could be offensive. For example, in my town, if somebody walks a dog, they're supposed to pick up the poop when it drops. And a lot of people don't do that. My wife gets really mad. And what do I want to confront somebody over that? Or do I want to follow the royal law of Jesus Christ? I go pick it up myself and get rid of it. Because there's a law unto itself that's better than confronting a lawbreaker. And I'm a lawbreaker. When I go out and drive, I'm always the speed limit. The other day, I had gotten pulled over, and I was going probably 5 to 7 miles over the speed limit. I thought, okay, I'm getting a ticket, and the cop was nice and basically said to me, your lights are off. And it was just dusk, and so I put my lights on, and I did not get a ticket. I got away with it. So the law is good, and after that, I drove the speed limit the rest of the way. Why? He could have given me a ticket. So we need law and we need order, and we need to follow the law that God has given us. And Jesus gave us a law to deal with laws that are hard to deal with. For example, we do not go against the government as long as they don't go against Christ. We do what the government tells us to do. Now in Psalm 119:5, it says, "Oh, that thy ways were steadfast to obey your statutes." That statutes are written law. Oh, that if I could obey it, if I could remember every law and follow it. Then in the next part of the verse, it says, "I shall not be ashamed when I have respect to all your commandments." You see, breaking the commandments is a disrespect of God and a disrespect of fellow man. Because we are, as I was talking about before, pooping on other people's rights. We should not be doing that. As a Christian, we should not. In verse 7 of that same psalm, "I will praise thee with uprightness of heart when I shall have learned thy righteous judgments." You know, sometimes we got to judge rightly with the law. Individually, we got to take a look at ourselves and say, hey, do I got this right? Do I have it right, or am I misinterpreting this law? In verse 8, "I will keep thy statutes. Oh, forsake me not utterly." Why would he say something like that? Because of the human condition. The psalmist knows that he's going to break the law. And he throws up and says, "Do not forsake me for my error." And we know this from the Bible, Christian, that if we confess our sins, Jesus is faithful and just to take them away. That's how not to be forsaken. If you don't know Jesus personally and don't love the Lord and love Jesus, in this video description, you will find out my testimony, how you can know for sure that you're going to heaven, how you can have a relationship with Jesus Christ, how you can walk in the law and fail and still have mercy from Jesus Christ, as I had mercy from that cop that pulled me over. So until next time, may Jesus increase as we decrease.